In this video, I'm going to be going over right now is the best time to be investing in these new NBA playoff cards and NBA 2K23 Myteam. As you guys know, I think it was on Saturday we did get these NBA playoff cards, which do include the dark matters like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Paul George. Actually, Paul George is not in here. I know Kevin Durant's in here, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard, all of these new cards like Giannis as a dark matter. And then we have the Galaxy Opals as well. And just for every single team in the playoffs, every card on that team does have a playoff card. And when they first dropped, they were super rare and so expensive, but now that they've been put in Tuesday packs and people have been ripping those hero packs, heroic packs for the dark matter Penny Hardaway and the Galaxy Opal Sabonis, we can now see a lot of these cards prices have completely tanked. You can see Amethyst, Bogdanovic, I think it's how you say his name, he's down to like 2,000 MT, right? You look at DeJounte Murray, a lot of cards from the Hawks that could potentially have a big performance is a card like DeJounte Murray. You never know, this card could pop off for like 20, or this DeJounte could pop off for like 25-30 points and get an Evo up to a Galaxy Opal or a Pink Diamond. Same thing with Clint Capella, he could have a crazy rebounding game against the Boston Celtics. So right now is probably going to be your best time to invest in any of these playoff cards you guys have wanted to since Saturday, because I did make a video going over this and I told you guys that like when I was talking about it, all those cards were super expensive and super rare. But now if you look at a lot of these cards, even cards that already have Evos like Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura, they're starting to come down in price. But if you look at all the other cards in the set, you look at Dennis Schroeder, he's super cheap. So if maybe if you want to invest in a Dennis Schroeder card because he might go off in the playoffs, so you want to go for a Jared Vanderbilt, you know, just right now is going to be the best time to invest in these playoff cards. So what you guys can do, you just go through and look at every single team and see what cards you guys want to invest in. I'm not really going to be going over the best investments because that really just comes down to luck and really comes down to a guessing game. I mean, Tyus Jones, he might not be a terrible investment if, you know, John Morant's going to be out for a couple games or is going to miss that game on Wednesday. Maybe he'll go crazy for the Grizzlies. I mean, someone's got to step up, right? Like if they want to win a game, maybe it's going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. He's going to step up. Maybe it's going to be John Morant when he comes back. He's going to step up and go to a dark matter. Like, because if they want to win a game, I mean, someone's going to have to step up. I know a lot of people have been investing in like the Joel Embiid. I think he's a really good investment. He might be expensive, but if he has a crazy performance, which he most likely will in one of the games in the playoffs, if he goes to a dark matter, we could be looking at a very good dark matter power forward. And that's my like only big tip. Like my main tip is try to find cards that when they actually get evoed will become another really good card in my team. So for example, a bad investment is a card like a, you know, even like a Davion Mitchell. I know he got an Evo, for example, and his price might go up a decent amount, but what I'm saying is like he's only a 6-foot point guard, so he's not going to be like really that great of a my team card. He's only going for about, you know, 30k, and his price will continue to drop. You know, he's only 28,000 MT, and his price will continue to drop as more Davion Mitchells have been pulled. You know, a card like Kevin Huerter, like how tall is he at the shooting guard position? He's 6'7", so that could be not a bad investment because he'll be a nice 6'7" shooting guard. If you look at a card like Duncan Robinson, right now that Tyler Hero is out and they're going to need him to step up and make some big shots, and you know he might go crazy like he did one of those games in the bubble. You know, he's only 2,000 MT, 6'7". He could be a very solid my team card being 6'7" at the shooting guard spots. That's my biggest tip, is not go for cards like Gabe Vincent, you know, the cards that are only 6'3" at the point guard spot, or like a Caleb Martin, right? He's only 6'5" at the small forward spot. You don't want to find like these undersized cards. You know, Sadiq Bey, he could be a very decent option. Now, how good is he going to be at small forward? Not exactly sure. And is he going to have a crazy performance? Most likely not, unless he does go crazy in the next couple games. But yeah, cards like Sabonis, right? I'm not exactly sure if he's injured or how long he's going to play for, but he's actually a really good investment if he does go crazy in one of the next couple games or in the second round of the playoffs, because he's a 7'1" center. Now, I'm not exactly sure what his jump shot looks like, but he could be a very solid center option if he does get an Evo. So cards like Sabonis, right? Cards like even like Jason Tatum only being at a Galaxy Opal version. I know he's expensive, but he might be a really good small forward as a dark matter. So trying to find those cards, like even cards like Mikal Bridges, you know, he's got to have one crazy game, and I'm not exactly sure how much he does go for. I'm sure he's kind of expensive, But I mean, even Mikal Bridges, right? Only 50,000 MT. If he goes crazy and gets up to a dark matter version, he'll be a very good dark matter shooting guard, being 6'6" with a very solid jump shot, and he's obviously a great defender. So that's like my biggest tip for actually like investing in these cards. Is something that a lot of people aren't realizing, is they're kind of just going after the cards that they think will play good in real life, which is obviously a strategy, but you want to find cards that are actually going to be very, very good in my team, like that Rui Hachimura card. That's why he was such a good investment, you know, before he went up to a Galaxy Opal, is because he's actually a really good small forward card in the game, because he's 6'8" and has a great jump shot even on this diamond version. So that's like a perfect recipe to kind of look at, to look for in other cards. A card that's a great height for his position, he's got a great jump shot. That's why I'm kind of saying cards like, you know, Duncan Robinson, they have pretty good releases. Mikal Bridges, you know, those cards. Even a card like Jared Allen, I think he could be a very solid option as well, you know, if he has a crazy good game. Evan Mobley, I mean, he might have a crazy good game. Darius Garland, he's a little bit undersized at point guard, so he probably wouldn't be the best. But yeah, I think a card like a you know, probably like an Evan Mobley, if he has a crazy good performance, if he goes up to a dark matter and gets his jump shot, you know, maybe a new release, he could be very good. Like, that's just kind of the guys that I would go with, is going to be cards that actually can be very, very effective and good in the My Team game mode. But let me know in the comment section down below what cards you guys are planning on to invest in. And this video wasn't necessarily talking about what are the best cards to invest in, just going to be right now is the best time to invest in cards. DeAndre Ayton is a really good investment as well, in my opinion. But if you guys want to invest in these cards, basically the premise of this video was just to be going over that right now is a really good time to invest. Whether you want to invest in cards now or you want to wait till Friday, that's probably going to be the best 2 times to invest. But right now, a lot of these cards are down in price. If you want to go after Taurean Prince, because he might have a crazy good game. If you want to go after Anthony Edwards, you know, because he might pop off in a game or two, or a card like Cat, because he might go up to a dark matter. If the T-Wolves want to win a game, he's going to probably have to drop, you know, 35-40 points. So I would just say right now is a great time to do so. I know a lot of people have been investing in this Steph Curry, because we all know he's probably going to give you, you know, at least one game where he drops 40 points, and he'll most likely be a dark matter. But just right now is easily the best time to invest in these new NBA playoff cards, because there's so many more on the auction house and their prices have dropped a lot. Not really for the dark matters, I will say, like the dark matters haven't really changed, you know, too much in price, but just for all like the pink diamonds, the Galaxy Opals, the diamonds, a lot of those cards have gone down in price, and some of these dark matters have gone down a bit as well, just because there is a lot more up on the auction house as these NBA playoff cards do become more common, you know, being pulled in packs and being put up on the auction house. But let me know in the comment section down below which playoff cards you guys currently have, which ones you guys are investing in. I'm definitely gonna be making a couple good investments here that maybe I'll make a video on in the future, going over the best NBA playoff predictions or NBA playoff investments. But yeah, overall guys, let me know in the comment section down below what cards you guys are currently investing in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.